we just watched that Star Wars Underworld test footage stuff. Ugh. Hello, everyone. I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube Harpy. Who are you? Why are you here?
Hi, I'm Rob Robot Shlomo, and I've got the Chinese Kung Flu.
That's not what it is. How do you don't know you got it from China? You ate at a Japanese place.
I ate Chinese food. Does that count?
Maybe, maybe.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm here because I also watched the Star Wars Underworld test footage.
Yeah, so do you have a quick synopsis of what this is supposed to be? I'll pull it
Uh,
up on screen. We'll look at some still images because I don't know how much we're allowed to actually show here.
yeah. So apparently
It's
this
Blade
is
Runner, right? It's just Blade Runner.
sort of. I mean, it takes place. It's supposed to take place after Order 66 on the street levels of Coruscant, which is the Empire's homeworld, the Republic/Empire's homeworld.
That's an interesting
Uh,
enough concept. I mean, that's. I see, like,
well,
reading the synopsis and then, like, watching the thing are just like, oh, you really screwed it. Well, go ahead.
yeah, released test footage from 2010 of the canceled Star Wars TV show Underworld, which was to take place in the lower levels of Coruscant. The series was set after the events of Order 66. The video game 1313 was the tie-in to the series. Now, for those who don't know, Star Wars 1313 was a video game that was being worked on by, I believe, LucasArts just before the acquisition by Disney.
I think so,
And
yeah.
yeah, there's some test footage out. There's not test footage, but there's some there's some cutscenes out there. There's some early gameplay. It looked pretty good. I'm not gonna say it looked great, but it did look pretty good. Um, anyway, due to the immense cost of shooting the series as well as selling of Lucasfilm to Disney, Underworld was delayed and eventually canceled. This footage was produced by Stargate Studios, whose VFX resume includes Doctor Who, The Walking Dead, and The Orville. In partnership with Lucasfilm, VFX technology displayed in the making of portion is Stargate Studios' impressive real-time rendering virtual backlot live technology.
Here, and
So it looks
you can, like, see them sitting in front of monitors watching this stuff being rendered, like, in real
mhm.
time. You know, you've got it. And this is more the same stuff that they were using on The Mandalorian and Rise of Skywalker, too.
Yeah. So this footage actually, so we see some stormtroopers around Coruscant. They're looking for a spy. This young lady is a spy apparently, and she has some plans. And there's a shootout. Listen, I'm not gonna say this would have been good, but it looks. I would have liked to have seen more of this. I would have liked to have seen where this went. And from what I heard, they had 50 scripts written, and it was written by. Now, if someone could correct, if someone go ahead, right, and correct me if I'm wrong about this. This was written by and done by Ronald D. Moore.
So Ronald
So
D. Moore, if you guys don't know, he did the Battlestar Galactica reboot, did a lot of the Klingon storylines for TNG and DS9, for Star Trek. You know, thing about Ronald D. Moore, he really writes it kind of in the edit. You know, he'll piece together a lot of stuff, and he doesn't really stay on script. If you go by and listen to all the commentaries on the Battlestar Galactica DVD sets, I think that might have been something they were doing here, like where they would have just pieced it together in an
well,
edit, because the footage we have is it's very much like early '90s or mid '90s maybe of sci-fi, like some of the less good episodes of Babylon 5 when you see Mars and stuff.
one of the reasons why this it was said that this show would have been too expensive.
I can believe
Um,
that.
yeah, at the time, yeah, I can believe that, but no network wanted to touch it. And this was before Netflix was doing anything really. I think no. I think Netflix wasn't Netflix around 2010 or so. Didn't they have House of Cards? But
Oh, for
but
Netflix? Well, Netflix was the mail thing for a long time, but yeah, I don't know.
well, but uh, if Netflix was do uh, season first season, let me just take a peek here. When did that happen? 2013. So okay, this is 3 years before that. But House of Cards is a very, very low budget kind of show.
Well,
But
2010,
anyway,
it would have been on like the Sci-Fi Channel or something,
yeah,
probably.
yeah.
And oh, right here, this little freeze frame. This was where we got. This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing. The Wilhelm scream. They actually give us a
Oh yeah,
Wilhelm.
nice touch. JJ knows JJ didn't use the Wilhelm screen.
It's because he's a hack and doesn't know Star Wars. But that's I from what we saw, and it was very rough footage. I'll link that in the description here, or I'll pin it in the comments, one way or the other. This just didn't look very
Well,
good. It really
well,
didn't. But it
well.
could have gone somewhere.
But like I said, I'm not gonna say it was going to be good, but at the same time, it would have been interesting to see where it would have gone. And take a look at this. Yeah, they're looking at the footage in the effects being rendered in real time here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very much a precursor to the Mandalorian.
Yeah, this is a lot of how they did the Mandalorian. You see, like it
Yeah,
just fills in the background, all of the little footage there. It's a
yeah.
cool technology. I'll give him
Oh
that, but
yeah.
it can't
Oh
be
yeah.
fun
This
to
is.
act against all that green screen. I mean,
Oh yeah. I mean, like I said, it's interesting to see them put this all together too. So I
mm.
mean, and then see how this is being done. Um,
I'm a big fan of behind the scenes sort of stuff anyway, and I like looking at this stuff. This woman really gave me a Carrie Russell vibe. I wonder if that's not who. I don't think that's who that was.
No, it's not. It's probably just some stand-in actress who then for whomever they would have
Who would have
eventually cast.
cast? Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
that's the thing here. If you can go in and like it's not synced up correctly, the audio. I don't want to show you too much footage of
Well,
this other
yeah,
than the stills, but
it's very rough. It's rough. It's very rough footage. But still, though, like I said, it's an interesting enough idea.
yeah, I think I'm okay living without this because, well, it's just so Blade Runner esque in so many ways, and yeah, here she is,
But
so
at the
Blade
same
Runner-y.
time, but at the same time, I mean, if you had this lying around at Lucasfilm when Disney bought it, what
Why didn't they
what
just use it? Why didn't they? I mean, you
well,
have all these scripts.
they probably would have had to pay George.
Well, that's true. That's true. It was probably not
But
included in
still,
the
though,
deal.
like nobody said, "Hey, remember that thing we had? What about this underworld thing here?" You know, I imagine though Kathleen Kennedy would have said, "Yeah, we can't use that because it has too many toxic men."
Yeah, the main character was a woman though here.
Yeah, the spy was a woman. But
I,
you know
w-
this.
I wonder how much of this they actually ended up reusing in Rise of Skywalker too. Like if they took any inspiration from this, because this my first thought was, well, didn't we just see this in Rise of Skywalker? Isn't this where they got
Mm,
Zori Bliss?
not yes and no. I mean, they may have lifted a couple of ideas from it,
But
but the
not like
technology
just.
definitely the real time rendering they probably
Well, they're using that
used.
in The Mandalorian, so of course they're
Yeah,
going to use that in, Rise of Skywalker. That's kind of why
like
it looks so cheap in a lot of ways, because you've got it, you've got it. It's basically their TV technology from 2010, so so it's going to look a little cheap. It's going to feel a little cheap.
yeah. Well, like I said, this being in 2010, I mean this technology has come a long way. I mean it does. It looks good for 2010. There are parts where you can tell it's in front of a green screen.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, I mean, and especially with the lower lighting, you're really going to be able to see the green
Yeah,
screen.
like that is not that shot's not very good. You know, it
No,
looks
I mean
kind of
you can see the green reflecting off his helmet.
yeah. You
Yeah,
know,
you're seeing, you guys are seeing me look this way. That's because my huge monitor's over here. I got it on like a tiny screen here.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
there's
I
a couple
think
of
I would have been
places it looks
curious. I probably would have watched a couple episodes of this.
yeah.
It is. It's
Well,
for
this
2010. I mean,
it's back when before Star Wars became tainted. with the stink of Disney. I mean,
Anything's better than what we
that's
got.
yeah. Well, it would have been different. I'm not saying it would have been better. It would have been different.
And they could have
Yeah.
really done a lot with it too. I mean, we could have gotten. This kind of gives me some Rogue One
Look at this.
vibes
I
and
mean,
some
look at this.
the
Yeah, with
solo movie vibes of where young Han
this.
Solo and what's her name, Khaleesi, were driving around.
Yeah, Lady Khaleesi, the destroyer franchises. Um, every movie she's in is bombs.
She just says
Yeah.
yes to everything. I think it's not like
Term,
it's her fault. The movie was
term,
bad.
she's in Terminator Genesis. It tanks. She's in Solo. It tanks. I mean, keep her away from anything Marvel related. Jeez.
It's not her
So
fault. She's just saying yes to anything, probably, just to
I
not
don't
be in
know.
Game of Thrones for a few weeks.
Yeah, get some time off.
Uh,
She gets to make Terminator. She goes to L.A. and work on her tan. I mean, oh look, see, but this cheesecake shot here. I mean, that wouldn't fly in Kathy's Star Wars.
They're
Yeah.
the space strippers, space
Yes.
hookers.
No, she has to be covered up because you're appealing to toxic men.
Yeah, we sure are. I don't know, and I think it would have been interesting enough. I still a lot of green screen technology, but hey,
Yeah.
I probably would have watched it. Any
But
final thoughts on this one before we wrap up here?
well, just so you know, people always ask why are the colors so muted in a lot of these movies because you're shooting against a green screen. You don't want anything to bleed over onto the costumes.
Maybe I don't know. Build some sets.
Hmm.
Maybe don't cheap
Yeah.
out so much. Throw some money and effort into them. But
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm done. Oh, look, they got a Viking helmet here.
is this Skyrim? This is
I
Skyrim
don't
now.
know.
But yeah, so I think it might have been but I probably would have given it a shot. I don't know. What do you guys think of it? Did you watch this? I mean, just from the screenshots we used, does it look any interesting at all? Like to you guys? I am Mecha Random 42. Who are you?
Rob Robot Shlomo with battling the Kung Flu.
From Midnight's Edge After Dark,
Dark
all the
Meow channel.
places. We'll see you guys on the next video or live stream or wherever. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks for watching! If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!